had to put my hair up and out of my face because I was just running some errands and it just started raining all of a sudden. And I don't know, there's just something so romantic about big, thick raindrops. It just makes you think of The Notebook or just like a profession of love, really. So I don't really mind the rain. All right, this little hairstyle is not flattering at all, so let's just try this. So if you don't know me, my name is Bianca. I'm a content strategist and Squarespace designer. I help coaches, instructors, wellness brands create content and create a really great, sustainable, functional website. And so I've been dipping my toes into doing Squarespace templates, and I thought I'd walk you through the process of kind of getting the design inspiration. And one thing that I've learned when I was going through learning the ropes about Squarespace web design, and one of the biggest tips that I got was to really narrow down the amount of time that you're going through the design and the research and the inspiration, because you can go hours, weeks, days upon days of combing through inspiration and trying to find the perfect design and the perfect concept. But in reality, the idea is to just really try out some things and just go for an idea that you truly love. So I'm gonna walk you through a couple of things that I do to get some inspiration for a brand new template and to really start thinking about the design process. And frankly, it's the most fun part. So I figured that you'd enjoy looking at how to really narrow down your search. So let's head on over to my laptop and I'm gonna show you a little bit of my process on how to start a website template. Alrighty, here we are on my laptop. And before even taking a look at any sort of design that you want to make for your template, you're going to have to figure out who you want to sell it to. So the idea here is to do a little bit of research on what people are interested in, which audience is actually interested in a Squarespace template. So I take a look at Etsy, but you can also do some research on Google, and there's some really great platforms out there that'll kind of give you a good amount of keyword research. So I am going to give you the simplest thing to take a look at is Squarespace website template, and then I'm going to write for, and you'll see here there are a couple of options here that come up. So people have already searched this before. So photographers have searched it, coaches, therapists, esthetician, and portfolios. So already you kind of have an idea of the type of person that is looking for Squarespace templates. And this kind of makes sense because these are the types of clients that I see the most having a Squarespace website. So it gives me a good idea of who we want to talk to. So I've done one for a coach before, and this is where you can kind of dig in deep and go even further. A coach, what type of coach? It could be a career coach. It could be a spiritual coach. It could be a mindset coach, lots of different types of things. So you can dig in even further. For the sake of this video, let's just take a look at, I really like the idea of esthetician or any sort of like wellness brand. That is something that I usually go for. So let me just see here what is available right now. So if I go for website template for esthetician, we've got virtual assistant templates come up, we've got courses, and they kind of go by style. And so I can take it even further and sort of take a look at other keywords that people are searching as well. Okay, I've done a little bit of research. I know exactly who I want to talk to. And now it's time to try and find some inspiration. So I would recommend once you figure out what type of industry that you're going for in terms of your website template, it doesn't have to be a specific industry. It could be just a specific style, but I would totally recommend to have someone kind of in mind for this template. And I would go even further. You can do this on your computer, or you can also do this on your notebook and pretend like it's a client that you have. Create a ideal client in your mind. So my client for this template, she is an esthetician. I'm going to call her Sophia. And she is an esthetician. She just started her very own beauty business. She does facials, she does lash lifts and tints. She might be doing, like lymphatic drainage, but she's kind of in that sort of area, facials, wellness. So that's what I have in mind. So Sophia here is looking for a Squarespace website, and I'm thinking of lots of different ideas for web pages that she might need. So she would have services, but she also might be selling products as well. So because she's an esthetician, she does facials, she's doing skincare, she's also doing maybe some beauty treatments. She might want to be selling some of her skincare products as well in her services package. So I know already that I'm going to have a physical products page. I'm also going to be having a service page, and I'm going to be putting her in the forefront. Now that I'm on Pinterest, and this is all something that you'll be brainstorming and putting down as much information as possible on your notebook or on your laptop of who she is, how old is she, who does she serve, and what does she do? What does she truly need in a website? Now that I have an idea of who exactly I want to talk to, I'm going to be going on Pinterest and I'm going to be grabbing a couple of different ideas. So it doesn't even have to be a website design. I'm going to say skincare aesthetic and see what comes up. There might be some fonts that I might like. There might be some color palettes that I love. So I'm going to be taking a look at what's in the skincare aesthetic and seeing what people are loving so far. So as you can see here, we're seeing pinks and greens. So I'm going to be taking a look at some products here. And I'm going to be going into a board that I have. Where's my board? Website Design Inspo. And I make a brand new board for every single template that I make. So I'm going to create a section in here, and I'm going to say esthetician. Okay, so now that I've got a section specifically for this template, now I can go ahead and just see what sort of inspires me. So I've got some colorways here. I'm going to be putting it in the esthetician template. I'm going to try again and see right here what else I can put. So if I put in esthetician aesthetic, what else comes up? Lots of luxury I can see. So while you're taking a look at these pictures, there might be some words that come up. I see, wellness and luxury. So I'm going to be going in and go wellness, luxury wellness design, and see what comes up. So right here, I love this type of font. So I'm just going to be grabbing this and putting it right into my section. Anything that really catches your eye, go ahead and put it in. It doesn't even have to be a website in and of itself. It could be lots of different things, and this is just a place that you'll be able to refer back to once you're in the creative process and you want to find something that's a little bit more out of the box. So even some web design aspects as well. There might be some sections that you like that some people have done before. I would typically stay away from specific websites that other people have made as much as possible, because your brain just goes into autopilot and will want to do something very, very similar. It is totally okay to be taking some elements from different websites that you've seen. That is also part of the research process, taking a look at websites that you love and seeing if you can recreate it. There are so many ways to find inspiration. The idea is to just not copy it. You want something that's fun, unique, and something that people will love. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, you'll have a couple of pictures on your board already, and I'm being so for real right now. 15 minutes tops is all you need. Go for your instincts. Don't look too much into it at first. Go with what is catching your eye and you'll already get some inspiration. This already I'm so in love with. I already have ideas on customizing stock photography. So you go into your board, and Pinterest is so freaking smart, right? They're like, we're getting the vibes that you're going for. Here are some more ideas that can bring your ideas even further. I'm loving texture. Texture is it, girl. Look at this. Gorgeous. This is looking cute as well. Another one. This is cute. We've got some ideas brewing. We've got some elements. We've got some fonts. And now let's take a look at some color palettes, shall we? We want something that can be sort of a driving force as to how everything is going to look cohesive. So we're going back again on the home feed, and we're going to be looking into skincare color palette. Let's go see what we're looking at. So far, so good. I always go for pretty minimal when it comes to color palettes, so I'm wanting to do something a little bit more colorful, but at the same time, the sepias and the browns are really speaking to me, so I'm not really sure. See, this is fun. This has a little bit more of like an ethereal, playful vibe to it. So we're gonna put it aside. Why not? Also, whenever you're looking at color palettes, you gotta make sure that you have some really light, neutral options in there, or at least something with high contrast so that you can read the website really well. That is the one thing that I will say about doing website design versus doing graphic design. I feel like with graphic design and just like graphics and art in general, you can kind of be a little more loosey-goosey about the color palette and have a little bit more creativity. But for a website, you got to be able to read it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point of having a website. So you really got to make sure that you've got some high contrast items. And there are some really great websites out there that will tell you, yes, this color palette works, or no, it'll be kind of hard to read. So I would just take a look at that as well when you're looking at color palettes. There's some yellows that are coming up, which I'm not mad at, but I'm not really sure. Oh, this is cute. Very, very cute. Let's put that in there. Yes, I do like, again, more pink. I will also preface this by saying anything that has pink in it on Pinterest and on Etsy, it always works. So if you're interested in putting pink, all I gotta say is highly marketable, apparently. This might change. I have no idea if this is gonna be the same, but pink works. So you can keep that in mind. So now that you've got your Pinterest board, you've got some color palette ideas, you've got some font ideas, and you've got some element ideas, now you are ready to go to looking at a perfect combination for you. So whether you use Figma or you use another platform online that can kind of organize all of your ideas in one place and help you decide on a specific style. In the next video, I will give you a little bit of a rundown on how I start my design process on Squarespace, but I hope you loved this little section. And once again, this took me maximum an hour and a half. I would not recommend going in too deep on this section because you'll be able to kind of play with it once you're in the design process as well. So truly, truly, truly do not worry about overthinking this. It is a great way to get the ideas flowing and a great way to just start on your project. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and got a little bit of inspiration and motivation to start your own template. If you're interested in checking out my website templates so far, I will leave them in the description below. And please let me know if you have any questions. I will see you in the next video.